นโลกที่กำลังหมุนไปข้างหน้าไม่มีวันหยุดนะคะเราได้เห็นความเปลี่ยนแปลงและความหลากหลายเพิ่มมากขึ้นโลกของการศึกษาจึงต้องปรับตัวเช่นกันค่ะวันนี้นะคะดิด้าเลยจะพาทุกคนค่ะมาทำความรู้จักกับโรงเรียนที่ช่วยเตรียมความพร้อมเด็กๆสู่โลกอนาคตด้วยแนวทางการศึกษาที่ไม่เหมือนใครที่ VERSO International School ค่ะVERSO International School ตั้งอยู่ในย่านบางนามีพื้นที่กว่า168ไร่ค่ะการเรียนการสอนที่นี่นะคะก็จะเป็นรูปแบบเชิงก้าวหน้าด้วยหลักสูตรอเมริกันอาคารเรียนที่นี่ก็จะเป็นทรงกลมหรือว่าลูปที่ดูล้ำสมัยนะคะสะท้อนภาพโรงเรียนแห่งอนาคตซึ่งเป็นแนวคิดที่ต้องการให้นักเรียนมีพื้นที่การเรียนรู้แบบไร้ขีดจำกัดค่ะและผู้ที่จะมาให้คำตอบเราได้ดีที่สุดนะคะนั่นก็คือคุณ Ryan Prasad ครูใหญ่ของ VERSO International School ค่ะสวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีครับ
How are you doing today?
Excellent. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks for joining us at VERSO International School. My name is Ryan Prasad. I'm the head of school here, and this is my first year here at VERSO International School. My family's joining VERSO from Canada.
Wow. So can you please give us a brief overview of the school and its origin?
Sure. VERSO is a very unique school. Our genesis, our origin are very different than other international schools. Our journey actually started in 2014 when our executive team went out and visited 25 other international schools over a 4-month period of time. And they were really looking for what makes a successful international school in terms of being able to produce students who are successful when they leave and can go out into the world. And so over that 4-month period of time, we partnered with IDEO, which is a firm out of San Francisco. They do design thinking and they do innovation, they do consulting. And so they really helped us design some of our framework and some of our beliefs. And some of our core beliefs are really that students, when they leave us, should have a good sense of their personal and cultural identity, that they should be able to go out into the world as global citizen designers, we call them, and they should really be able to really kind of paint their own journey. They should be able to go out into the world and seek their own passion and be able to undertake what they want to do in their own lives. And so this is really part of what makes us unique. You can see by our design on campus, it's very different. We're structured in loops because we believe there's no beginning and an end. It's always a continual journey of lifelong learning. We've got beautiful learning spaces which you'll get to see today. We've got great connections with industry, with the business community. We really like these connections because they give us an idea as to what they're looking for from our graduates. What are the skills that they're going to need when they leave VERSO to be successful in that, in industry or the business world? We've got connections with the innovation and tech space here in Bangkok. We've got connections with business leaders here, even environmental groups. I met with a parent actually recently who is responsible for charging stations for electric cars in Bangkok and the greater area. So these types of connections really allow us to understand what are the needs when our students leave us. We're a design-focused school. As I mentioned, our design thinking approach and our project-based learning approach really allow them to build the skills they need for when they leave us.
So you talk a lot about innovative approaches here at VERSO. Can you give us a little bit more detail about it as well as the curriculum and faculties?
So we utilize New York State standards, which is American curriculum. It comes from the Common Core actually, which is widely used in the US and other international schools across the world. We also just started offering this year advanced placement classes, which allow our students in grades 10, 11, and 12 to do some more in-depth intensive learning that will prepare them for college courses or university courses in the US and other universities and colleges around the world. So that's our curriculum, but let me tell you about what actually makes us unique in terms of our approaches to learning. One of our core parts of our curriculum, of our framework for learning, is our learning labs. And this is where students have the opportunity to study multiple subjects at the same time. In education, we call this interdisciplinary or transdisciplinary teaching. So a student might not just sit and learn math. We do have that, of course, but they might actually sit in a class and take on a project that blends math, that blends design, that might blend art, and that might blend literacy because there's literacy skills. It also might blend educational technology, just as an example. And so what this allows them to do is mix all these different curriculums into one project and really helps to drive home the learning. Another key facet to what we do here at VERSO is called Explore. And so this gives students the opportunity to take on a project of interest that they want to learn about. So it could be something about saving the whales. It could be something about electric cars. It could be something about art or street art. It really is up to them. Now, this is guided by our teachers, who we call learning designers, but this gives them a chance to really critically think and inquire, which really is great for their development and allows them, again, to build a lot of skills. The last thing I'd like to mention is our learning designers, our teachers, because I think this really makes us unique. They want to be here. So we have these learning designers that with this passion and this drive for education, they want to be progressive, they want to be innovative, and this is a great space for them.
So because of the changes in technology, jobs and skills are also changing rapidly, right? So how do you integrate these skills for the students?
We have 141 identified future-ready skills, we call them. If you look at the World Economic Forum, they periodically, every 2 to 3 years, release their set of future-ready skills. What do they say? Creative thinking, analytical skills, technology, literacy, curiosity, lifelong learning, resilience, flexibility, system thinking. All things that align with what we're doing with our future-ready skills, which is what we believe in will prepare our learners for the future.
So what about the VERSO Signature Hack event? Can you tell us about it?
This coming February will be our 4th year hosting the event. It's a signature event for our school, but not only for the school, for the city. We're the only international school holding this type of event. We have students that participate in the hackathon, not just from VERSO, not just from Bangkok, but actually students fly in from all over Thailand to participate. Our hope and for the years to come is that we can actually grow it into a regional event. And it's just an opportunity for our students to really go through the design process in a very short amount of time. It happens over a weekend. They get to work with students from different schools. They have to ideate, they have to come up with prototypes, they have to collaborate, they have to get up in front of judges and pitch their ideas. They have to be able to receive feedback and be mature enough to receive it and then go back and make changes and pitch to judges again. So it really is an opportunity for students to practice those future-ready skills that I was talking about earlier.
So can you please tell us how you were able to bring in over 30 expert guest speakers to talk about real-world experiences, as well as how did you take your students on more than, was it 25 beyond the world trips?
So one of the things I talked about earlier was our connection with business, our connection with industry. We try and have very good relationships with our parent community as well. So all those connections allow us to bring in guest speakers who really can speak about their real world experiences and prepare students for what they're going to face when they leave us. Our Beyond the Wall trips are also something really special to us in terms of connecting students with the outside world. And there's 2 types I'd like to talk about. So one is more like an experiential education type of trip where students will go out into nature. They might do some paddle boarding or rock climbing or zip lining, and the purpose of those trips is really to bond a class together. The other type of Beyond the Walls trip we do is to have students actually go out to industry. And so kind of taking it a step further, if a student, let's say, is exploring something with art what we might do is then organize a Beyond the Wall trip where they actually go out to a fabric store, or they actually go out to someone who's working in fabric, or we had students who were interested in street art. So giving them the opportunity for a Beyond the Walls trip to go out and look at street art and then come back and share that with their classmates. So those trips tend to be really individualized. That makes us unique. So we don't just send a whole class somewhere, but it really is based on what is the student interested in, what do they want to learn, how do we connect this to the curriculum and our future ready skills, and then let's give them a chance to actually see it happening in everyday real life.
How is VERSO preparing its first graduating class to their university pathways, and how do you ensure that your students will attend the best universities?
We've got a great college counselor working with them this year, to really understand what do they want to do. Not just get them into a specific school, but what are the programs that we're interested in. We've got students interested in business, arts, performing arts, psychology, and other students, and they're looking at universities in Canada, the US, Europe, Australia.
All over the world.
Right, which is beautiful, right? I mean, we talk about our mission is global citizen designers, and this graduating class is representing that philosophy with where they're looking at studying. We're just excited as a community to show the world that we are doing education very progressively, and at the very same time, we're getting our students to exactly where they need to go for the next step in their pathway in life.
เรียนแบบสนุกอะคือผมเห็นเขาเรียนเลขเรียนอะไรลูกผมชอบเรียนเลขอยู่แล้วก็ที่โรงเรียนเขาก็จะไม่ให้หาโจทย์เป็นแบบนี้วิธีที่จะไปถึงคำตอบก็ต้องเป็นแบบนี้มันก็ไม่มีแค่ตรงนั้นนะฮะโรงเรียนเขาให้หาอีก4วิธีให้ไปถึงคำตอบดูสิทำยังไงเห็นจากลูกนะครับที่เขากล้าแสดงออกแล้วก็เขาก็มาชัวร์ขึ้นกว่าตอนที่เขามา
วิธีเรียนทุกอย่างที่ VERSO มันแตกต่างจากที่อื่นมากครับเพราะว่าเขาพยายามแตกแยกออกจาก barrier การที่ต้องเป็นโรงเรียน traditional อยู่ตลอดเวลาครับแรกๆผมก็แบบงงว่าเขาจะ assess งานต่างๆไงเพราะปกติถ้าเป็นโรงเรียนธรรมดาเขาก็จะ assess เน้นด้าน product ว่าสุดท้ายมันจะออกมาเป็นยังไงแล้วเขาก็จะดูแค่ product อย่างเดียวแต่ที่มา VERSO คือเขาจะไม่ดู product อย่างเดียวแต่เขาจะดูว่า process เราทำยังไงครับเลยก็เหมือนประมาณว่าสกิลการแบ่งเวลาสกิลการสื่อสารสกิลการ critical thinking อะไรต่างๆนะครับแล้วเขาก็จะ incorporate มาดูว่าเราสามารถใช้ process นี้เพื่อที่จะให้ final product เราออกมาได้ดีขึ้นยังไงครับ
โรงเรียนอื่นสอนให้หนูท่องจำแล้วนำไปสอบแต่โรงเรียน VERSO สอนให้หนูคิดทำแล้วนำไปใช้ค่ะทุกคนคะที่ VERSO International School เป็นทางเลือกที่เหมาะมากเลยค่ะที่จะให้เด็กๆนะคะเตรียมความพร้อมสู่โลกอนาคตเพราะว่าที่นี่นะคะเน้นการเรียนแบบ project based learning ที่ให้นักเรียนได้เชื่อมโยงประสบการณ์จากชีวิตจริงจากการบูรณาการความรู้ในคลาสเรียนค่ะมีทั้งครูอาจารย์อุปกรณ์ facility และสภาพแวดล้อมที่ส่งเสริมให้เด็กๆได้ค้นพบศักยภาพและความชอบความสนใจนะคะและที่สำคัญค่ะคือการเตรียมพร้อมเด็กๆให้มีทักษะและความมั่นใจเพื่อนำพาพวกเขาไปสู่อนาคตที่เขาเลือกเอง